Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs of 18th of April. First question is, Notre Dame, sometimes seen in news, is located in which country? Right answer is France. So Notre Dame is a cathedral and it is located in France in Paris. Recently, it was in news because of the fire incident in the cathedral. If we talk about France, recently France has introduced GAFA tax. GAFA stands for Google, Apple, Facebook and Amazon. France was also in news because of Yellow Vest protest. The headquarters of OECD is also in France, in Paris. And recently, Ministry of Human Resource Development has signed an agreement with OECD for PISA 2021. PISA stands for Program for International Student Assessment. So if we talk about OECD, the headquarters is in Paris in France and OECD conducts PISA every 3 years. So now India is going to participate in PISA 2021. Apart from that, France was also in news as Germany, France and UK set up EU-Iran payment channel to continue trade with Iran and to bypass US sanctions on Iran. This payment channel will help these European countries to continue trade with Iran. The headquarters of this payment channel is in Paris in France. If we talk about Iran, recently US has designated Iran's elite military force, Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, as foreign terrorist organization. Next is the historic Mujibnagar Day has recently celebrated in which of the following countries? Right answer is Bangladesh. So on 17th of April, Bangladesh celebrated historic Mujibnagar Day. It is special for Bangladesh because this day marks the oath-taking ceremony of Bangladesh's first government in 1971. If we talk about Bangladesh, the capital of Bangladesh is Dhaka and the currency of Bangladesh is Taka. Recently, Bangladesh was in news because of Sampriti. Sampriti is a joint military exercise between India and Bangladesh. Apart from that, Bangladesh was also in news as recently Home Minister Mr. Rajnath Singh inaugurated Bold QIT project in Assam. Bold QIT stands for Border Electronically Dominated QRT Interception Technique, and this project is for Indo-Bangladesh border. Apart from that, Bangladesh was also in news as recently Mizoram Assembly has passed a bill to detect foreigners illegally residing in the Mizoram. Mizoram shares border boundary with Bangladesh and Myanmar. So Mizoram has passed this bill to detect foreigners who are illegal immigrants. Next is, which IIT has found a new method to detect breast and ovarian cancer? Right answer is IIT Roorkee. So IIT Roorkee have identified new methods to detect breast and ovarian cancer. If we talk about other IITs which were in news recently, IIT Roorkee has also signed a pact with ISRO to set up Space Technology Cell. Apart from that, IIT Ropar has developed an app named Roshni to help visually impaired people to recognize Indian currency. And IIT Kharagpur has signed a memorandum of understanding with Pulela Gopichand Badminton Academy to develop a training module for them. On the other hand, IIT Madras has partnered with ESPN Cricinfo to launch Superstats. Superstats is a next-level artificial intelligence tool to analyze cricket statistics. Next is, ICC has partnered with which UN organization to organize #OneDayforChildren at the Men's Cricket World Cup 2019? Right answer is UNICEF. So ICC has partnered with UNICEF to organize #OneDayforChildren at the Men's Cricket World Cup event. And the money raised through this initiative will support UNICEF's work in cricket playing nations to help children learn to play and be healthy. If we talk about UNICEF, it is United Nations Children's Fund. It was established in 1946 and the headquarters is in New York City in USA. If we talk about ICC, ICC stands for International Cricket Council. The headquarters of ICC is in Dubai in UAE. Presently, Mr. Shashank Manohar is the chairman of ICC, while Mr. David Richardson is the CEO. So ICC was also in news as Mr. Anil Kumble has been reappointed as the chairman of ICC Cricket Committee. Apart from that, ICC was also in news as Mr. Manu Sahani will be the next CEO of ICC. He has assumed his charge and he will take full responsibility from July onwards. The headquarters of ICC is in UAE, and recently UAE was in news as the world's foremost artificial intelligence summit will be in Dubai in UAE. Next is the 8th edition of Home Expo India 2019 has started in which of the following cities? Right answer is Greater Noida. So the 8th edition of Home Expo India 2019 started in Greater Noida. The exhibition has been organized by Export Promotion Council for Handicrafts. Next is Indo-Pacific Wing, which is in news recently, has been set up by which of the following union ministries? Right answer is Ministry of External Affairs. So MEA has set up an Indo-Pacific division in Foreign Office to integrate Indian Ocean Rim Association, ASEAN region and the Quad. If we talk about IORA, that means Indian Ocean Rim Association, the headquarters of IORA is in Mauritius. IORA was established in 1997 and recently it was in news because of 2-3 events. First, Maldives became the member of IORA. Second, Bangladesh will be the vice chairman of IORA for 2019 to 2021 and Bangladesh will be the chairman for 2021 to 2023. Presently, for 2019 to 2021, UAE will be the chairman of IORA. If we talk about ASEAN, ASEAN stands for Association of Southeast Asian Nations. ASEAN was established through Bangkok Declaration in 1967. The headquarters of ASEAN, that means the Secretariat of ASEAN, is in Jakarta in Indonesia. These 10 countries are the members of ASEAN. These are Myanmar, Thailand, Cambodia, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Brunei, Vietnam, Laos and Philippines. And the most recent summit of ASEAN held in Singapore. If we talk about Quad, stands for Quadrilateral Security Dialogue. It is a security dialogue between India, Japan, Australia and USA. So MEA has set up an Indo-Pacific division in Foreign Office to integrate IORA, ASEAN region and the Quad. Next is the Human Exploration Rover Challenge 2019 has recently conducted by which of the following space agencies? Right answer is NASA. So it was conducted by NASA and recently in 25th edition of Human Exploration Rover Challenge, 3 Indian student teams won awards. If we talk about NASA Human Exploration Rover Challenge, so this challenge will encourage research and development of new technology for future missions. If we talk about NASA, recently NASA has unveiled a new telescope named Sphere-X. It would begin a 2-year mission in 2023 to map the entire sky to understand the origin of universe. NASA stands for National Aeronautics and Space Administration. It was formed in 1958 and the headquarters is in Washington DC in USA. Recently, US President has signed SPD-4, that means Special Policy Directive 4, to establish Space Force as a new military service within Department of Air Force. Next is, what is the theme of 2019 World Haemophilia Day? Right answer is outreach and identification. World Haemophilia Day is celebrated on 17th of April each year to spread awareness, and the theme of this year was outreach and identification. It will be observed with a slogan, reaching out, the first step to care. If we talk about hemophilia, it is an inherited genetic disorder and that impairs the body's ability to form blood clots. That means in case of any cut or any injury, it will continue bleeding because blood clots will not be formed. It is very dangerous as it can lead to excessive loss of blood. If we talk about important days of April, 2nd of April is World Autism Awareness Day, while 4th of April is International Day for Mine Awareness and Assistance in Mine Action. 5th of April is National Maritime Day, and the theme of this year National Maritime Day was Indian Ocean an ocean of opportunity. While 7th of April is World Health Day and the theme of this year World Health Day was Universal Health Coverage, Everyone, Everywhere. On the other hand, recently World Allergy Week was also observed. The theme of this year World Allergy Week was the global problem of food allergy. And on 12th of April, International Day of Human Spaceflight was observed. Next is, which Indian institution has launched a 5G lab for banking and financial sector? Right answer is RBI. So recently, IDRBT, that means Institute for Development and Research in Banking Technology, which is an arm of RBI, has launched a 5G use cases lab for banking and financial sector. So this use of 5G will change a range of technologies and applications in the banking sector which are now using 2G. If we talk about banking, recently Forbes has compiled a list of world's best bank based on customer services and technological advancements. And as per this list, in India, HDFC was on top position, while ICICI was on the second position, SBI was on 11th position. HDFC, ICICI and SBI were also in news as recently RBI has named SBI, ICICI and HDFC as domestic systematically important banks. That means DSIB. Apart from that, recently SBI was in news because Power Finance Corporation has become the second largest state-owned financial firm. That means second largest government-owned financial institution after SBI. Recently, Power Finance Corporation has completed the acquisition of majority stakes in Rural Electrification Corporation. Next is Dr. SK Shivakumar, who passed away recently, was a renowned scientist in which field? Right answer is space. So he was associated with ISRO and he was renowned space scientist. He passed away recently. If we talk about space agencies, ISRO is Indian Space Research Organization, JAXA is the space agency of Japan, while CNSA is space agency of China. ESA is European Space Agency and Roscosmos is the space agency of Russia. NASA is the space agency of USA. If we talk about ISRO, ISRO stands for Indian Space Research Organization. It is under Department of Space. It was formed on 15th of August in 1969. The headquarters of ISRO is in Bengaluru and presently Dr. K. Sivan is the chairman of ISRO. Recently, ISRO and Central Marine Fisheries Research Institute tied up to protect wetlands. Thank you, and that's all for the day.